Good evening. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. Welcome to BMC News Live in English. I am Vinod Narayanan joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. Double VAT bill to be referred to Parliament soon. Bahrain remains among world's top performers on Nikkei COVID-19 Recovery Index. Major projects underway to develop road infrastructure. The Embassy of India updated the revised travel entry procedures for passengers from India. Abu Dhabi has updated the green list of countries. News in detail. Double VAT bill to be referred to Parliament soon. The government will reportedly refer the draft law on amending the value-added tax to the legislative branch within the coming days. The tax, which was doubled from 5% to 10%, is one of the initiatives outlined by the government to boost non-oil revenues under the Fiscal Balance Program. The government has already approved the draft law, which will come into effect on January 1st. Once it clears the parliamentary hurdles, the 10% VAT will not apply to now exempted food commodities, including foodstuff, as well as more than 1,800 government services. The Finance and National Economy Ministry said the novel coronavirus and the drop of oil and gas prices in global markets have pushed Bahrain to adopt a string of initiatives aimed at slashing government expenditure and increasing non-oil revenues. Bahrain remains among world's top performers on Nikkei's COVID-19 Recovery Index. Bahrain remained among the world's top countries on the Nikkei COVID-19 Recovery Index for October, as the kingdom continues to make great improvements and to consolidate its achievements in confronting the pandemic and returning to a normal way of life. The index, first published in July, assesses 121 countries and regions in terms of COVID recovery by calculating a score to between 0 to 90 based on 9 factors, divided into 3 categories: infection management, vaccine rollouts, and mobility. The higher the ranking, the closer a country is to recovery with low infections, higher inoculation rates, and less strict social distancing measures. Bahrain scored 70%, behind the United Arab Emirates 74%, Chile 73%, Malta 70.5%, and Saudi Arabia 70%. Japan and Colombia follow with 69%. Bahrain unveils new tourism strategy. Bahrain introduces new tourism strategy in line with Bahrain's comprehensive development goals. Led by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, Industry, Commerce and Tourism Minister Zayed Al Sayani today announced the new 2020-2026 tourism strategy, which aims to diversify the kingdom's economic portfolio in parallel with the recently launched economic recovery plan. The minister's announcement was made during a press conference organized by the Bahrain Tourism and Exhibitions Authority at the Bahrain International Exhibition and Convention Center. He said that Bahrain is working on increasing the tourism sector's contribution to GDP in line with the government's development plans, headed by His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. Major projects underway to develop road infrastructure. 10 projects are being carried out across Bahrain to develop road networks and enhance smooth flow of traffic. Works, Municipalities Affairs and Urban Planning Minister Sam Khalaf said the infrastructure schemes cost an overall BD 3.9 million. He stressed the importance of enhancing the road network to keep pace with the urban investment and demographic growth in Bahrain. Parliament is set to debate the new school fee plan proposal. Parents of expatriate students could be forced to pay BD 100 a month to have their children educated in government schools if MPs have their way. Parliament is set to debate the new proposal presented by 5 MPs, led by Mamdouh Al-Saleh, during its weekly session on Tuesday. The Education Ministry has warned MPs against amending the 2005 education law, saying it would cause more harm than good. Children of Bahraini mothers and children of expatriates under government contracts get free education, said the ministry. Ministry stopped accepting expatriate students in government schools in 2018, and those remaining will eventually finish grade 12. Bahrain International Airport recognized for commitment to safety with the Royal Society for the Prevention of Accidents Award. Bahrain International Airport received the Royal Society for the Prevention of Accidents Bronze Award for 2021, Bahrain Airport Company announced. The International Renowned Health and Safety Awards recognize organizations that have demonstrated an exceptional commitment to raising the standards of health and safety management. The award scheme is the longest running of its kind in the UK, but receives entries from organizations across the globe, making it one of the most sought-after achievement awards for health and safety worldwide. The Royal Society for the Prevention of Accidents Bronze Award winners have demonstrated that essential elements of health and safety management systems are in place and are working towards a fully robust health and safety regime. Preparations for Unesco King Hamadai City Prize distribution ceremony discussed. Education Minister and Chairman of the Bahrain National Committee for Education, Science and Culture, Dr. Majid bin Ali Al Nuaimi, held a meeting with the head of the team in charge of the UNESCO King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa Prize for the use of information and communication technologies in education. Fengchun Miao, Bahrain's permanent representative to UNESCO, Ambassador Sheikh Khalifa bin Ahmed Al Khalifa, attended the meeting. They discussed the ongoing preparations to hold the next award distribution ceremony of the UNESCO King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa Prize for the use of ICTs in education to honor the winning projects from different countries. They also agreed on the draft theme of the new edition of the prize, which will be announced officially soon. The Royal Humanitarian Foundation of Bahrain and Real Madrid Foundation renewed collaboration. The Royal Humanitarian Foundation of Bahrain and the Real Madrid Foundation renewed their collaboration for the 10th consecutive year in a ceremony held in the Spanish city of Real Madrid. The foundation gives hope to children and maybe the next Olympics, one of the orphaned kids will be represent Bahrain. The collaboration between RHF and Real Madrid starting from 2011 had benefited more than 1,000 boys, girls and 50 football coaches. Bahrain reports 30 new coronavirus cases and 48 recoveries out of 16,810 COVID-19 tests carried out on the 6th November. 30 new cases have been detected among 9 expatriate workers, 40 new cases are contacts of active cases and 7 travel related. There were 48 recoveries from COVID-19. There are currently 3 COVID-19 cases in a critical condition and 5 cases receiving treatment. 348 are stable out of a total of 351 active cases. Now we will be back after a very short break.
All your favorite products under one roof in Bahrain at 27-year-old Megamart and Macromart. Bakery, fresh meat and fish, fruits and vegetables, sweets and snacks, ready-to-eat foods, dairy products, grocery or consumer goods. To have a wonderful shopping experience, please visit your nearest Megamart Macromart branch. Megamart and Macromart, full of goodness.
Welcome back. Initiatives to open up Bahrain to the film industry. Opening up the kingdom to the film industry is one of a number of initiatives announced by the Ministry Commerce and Tourism Minister Zayed Al Zayani at a press conference at the Bahrain International Exhibition and Convention Center in Sanabis last night. America has Hollywood and India has its Bollywood, but if Bahrain's tourism chiefs get their way, film production crews will soon be heading for the sparkle of Bollywood. COVID-19 delayed plans to boost the sector are now back in focus as a money-spinning way to help balance the fiscal books and come on the back of the weekend's opening of an amphitheater, Gulf Air's additional direct flights to targeted destinations, and the planned opening of a new exhibition and convention center shortly. Destination Bollywood could prove an additional attraction to lure film crews looking for an ideal location. Embassy of India updated the revised travel entry procedures for passengers from India. As per revised travel entry procedures of Kingdom of Bahrain, all COVID vaccination certificates containing a QR code for vaccines approved by the World Health Organization or the Kingdom of Bahrain will be accepted. Passengers traveling from India to Bahrain having valid COVID vaccination certificates issued in India with a scannable QR code for vaccines approved by WHO or by the Kingdom of Bahrain will be exempted from mandatory 10 days quarantine as well as pre-arrival negative RT-PCR certificate. Abu Dhabi has updated the green list of countries. Abu Dhabi has updated the list of countries from where travelers can enter the emirate without quarantine. In a tweet on Saturday, Abu Dhabi announced the new list of countries in the green list. According to the new list, there are 95 countries from where travelers can enter directly to the emirate. The new list will come into effect from Sunday. Saudi-led science team uncovers secrets of the deep. After more than 10 years of exploring the world seas, the Khalid bin Sultan Living Oceans Foundation has finally completed its global reef expedition, a research mission to assess the state of coral reefs and the significant threats to their survival. Setting off from the Red Sea and taking in the Atlantic, Pacific and Indian Oceans, the expedition circumnavigated the globe, surviving and mapping more than 1,000 reefs in 16 countries. The scientists traveled more than 50,000 kilometers, conducted more than 12,000 scientific dives, and provided educational sessions for more than 6,000 students and community leaders. Sydney to further ease COVID-19 curbs on Monday as vaccinations pick up. Australia's largest city of Sydney will further ease social distancing curbs on Monday, a month after emerging from a coronavirus lockdown that lasted nearly 100 days, as close to 90% of people have got both doses of vaccine, officials said. 400-year-old Mona Lisa copy to go under hammer in Paris auction. A faithful copy of Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa, dating from more than 400 years ago, will go under the hammer at the Paris auction on Tuesday, months after another reproduction of one of the world's most recognizable portraits sold for a record price. Leonardo's original, which French King Francois I bought from the painter in 1518, can be found in Paris' Louvre Museum and is not for sale. But the copy that is on sale, dating from around 1600, is so similar to the original that it is likely that the artist had close access to Leonardo's version. The auctorial auction has said it estimates the copy will fetch 150,000 to 200,000 euros. With that, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. every day. I am Vinod Narayanan signing off from BMC News Live. Good night.